Hello and welcome back to another Dragon figure review. This one's an exciting one. Got Lukas Koch from Monte Cassino 1944, another German Fällschirmjager from the 1st Fällschirmjager division. So there's this box, as you can see, made in 2009, and it is of the Gear Plus range, meaning that it comes with extra gear or like rarer equipment. So in the case of this figure, it is the MG42 or MG, I can't remember if this is for the MG34. I think it's a 42 that they've got, because there's another figure that goes along with this. I think he's called Gustav Bayer. So you get them as a sort of duo. And yeah, this is the bipod for the tripod, excuse me, for the MG42. So as you can see, that's what's wrapped up here. You then have the scope case for it, and then the scope itself, and then his gas mask canister, magazines, FG42, his helmet, his insignia, his epaulets, the figure himself, as you can see. Then the bandolier for the FG42, his smock, water canteen, bread bag, Y straps, knife and scabbard, and then mess tin. So yep, there's the box. It's got a few different poses on the side, as you can see, and there's the back of the box. So I paid about, I think I paid 50 for him, which is really cheap considering he's a relatively rare figure. He can be quite hard to find, so I was really chuffed to get him. I've had him sat in my room for about, I don't know, pretty much since just after Christmas, turn of the new year pretty much. So I've been sat with him there for about 5 months, just not had the time really to get round to him. So yeah, here he is. Here are his boots, again, the trademark Fällschirmjager boots, really nicely done. His trousers, his tunic, and the Luftwaffe insignia there, holes for the epaulets to go through and attach to, and as you can tell, 2009, nice head sculpt, really good job on that. Really good job on that. So, yep, there's the figure. Nicely done. Here is his helmet. There we go. With a liner inside. It's all proper leather as well, like the later figures are done with. So this will be quite fragile. I know a lot of people generally are trying to get it round and forcing it and it will snap. It's not particularly robust material, the Fällschirmjager liners. And the way to put it on is you want to have the bit that has these two straps here to basically wrap round the ears. The sort of holes here go around the ears, so that's at the back. And then you can sort of tell, just in case you're not familiar with the helmets, you can see there's sort of a ridge just there. That's the way that the helmet goes, that way, facing forward, where it sort of just slightly lifts up. Then gas mask canister, obviously no gas mask inside. The sight for the MG42, which is really cool, really nice piece of equipment to get. And then the sight box for it, so that will just pop inside, so just flip that, pop that, and then that can just be slung around him. And then the main piece, pretty much, I'll just get the FG42 out of the way first. All this plastic to get through. There's plenty of it, I'll tell you that. we'll just get some scissors. They're in the way. There we go. Right. So it's just got some plastic around it to keep it together, so I'll just cut that off as well. Some sticky tape pretty much put around it, so we'll just get that off. So then obviously, yeah, the scope comes with that. Right. So as you can see, there's a little sort of pin there, and that can just fit into the hole on the sight, on the gun I mean. So it should just pop on nice and comfortably like that. So that goes on really well. That's a good design. You've got a port to put the ammunition through, little bipod for the gun, which looks excellent in my opinion. Looks really good that you can have that. So there's that. Then there's just his insignia, and the main piece really, the bipod itself, which all folds out, and once you get the other figure, I suppose, Gustav Bayer, or because I have one of these already at home, just a tripod, you can just set that up with an MG42. So for now, I'm not going to set it up. I'm going to just pop it on his back as he's meant to carry it. So that's that. That's the main piece of the figure, really. That's kind of a selling point, I would say, for him, for sure. But that looks really well made. Nothing, you'd obviously have to be quite careful with it, but as with most things with dragon figures, you have to just be careful with them. They aren't the most robust things in the world, especially if you're not sure how things work. If you go pulling them around, they will just break. But here we go. Here's the smock and the bandolier. So there's the bandolier to put his magazines in. And then you have his smock, which looks great quality, really nice quality. You've got the Monte Cassino, or should I say Italy camo on it as well, Italian camo for the Fällschirmjager. It's got the little tabs on the pockets to show, like, to make the pockets easier to open as they had them, like. Then the camouflaged bread bag and water canteen, they're different, and then belt, Y straps, all of course brown Y straps like the Fällschirmjager had. So yeah, that's that. That's the figure before he's all made up and all of his equipment, and I'll show you guys when he's all made up. Hello guys, and welcome back. So here he is, all done up. Here's Lukas all done up, and I've got to say, he looks, you know, brilliant. He looks fantastic, he really does. So definitely one of the best Fällschirmjagers I've got. So there's his FG42. He holds that really well, and that looks great when he holds it. Just have it out of the way there for now. But as you can see, holds that really well. His bandolier looks fantastic across him like that as well. And there are his boots and his smock. Then we have the telescopic case, or telescopic sight case, should I say, there. So with the sight inside it, so that just sits off his side. Nothing under the bandoliers. He doesn't have too much equipment to put with him. So he has his usual gas mask canister, and also the knife and scabbard. And then we have the tripod on his back, which is really easy to put on. You literally just use the little straps that come with it, and it pops over very nicely. So there you go, fits well. You can see it doesn't slouch or anything, it's on the right sort of tightness, so that's good. And then his helmet, very little wiggle room, fits really well. and looks brilliant all put together. So there he is. Really not too complicated. He looks like a lot more, and normally the Gear Plus figures have a lot more to them, but he's actually rather easy to put together. And oddly enough, I feel it's worth pointing out that the top two bandoliers, pouches here, are Velcro, nice and easy, you can open them. Rest of them are, for whatever reason, all sewn shut. So, not quite sure why, but yeah. Unfortunately, they're all sewn shut, except for the top two. So you can put a magazine, you can put 2 magazines of the smaller variant, not the larger variant like I've got loaded, but the smaller variant of ammo in the top 2 pouches, no problem. But the rest of the pouches don't open, for whatever reason. Maybe they thought it was a good design. I mean, it's not, but maybe they just didn't want to have to put Velcro on every single bit to produce the figure, because of the material. So yeah, that's Lukas, and he looks, you know, he looks like a top Fällschirmjager figure, really does. Let me just get him to hold the rifle. There we go. Yeah, that looks great. That looks really nice. Holds the rifle perfectly. So yeah, that's Lukas Koch, and yeah. So let me just give you one last look. Overall, if you can get him, again, I'd highly recommend getting him. Very rarely do I say if a figure's not worth getting. I'm trying to be honest as possible and say whether I think that they're good or if anything's wrong. I try and point it out, or just little things to be wary of. So like I say with the liner, for once very easy to put in, didn't break, but that's because of knowing to be careful with it. So be very careful in putting the helmet liner on. But aside from that, no, everything's well done, well built, quite robust generally, considering. Only problem I've had is the Y straps are a little, they're a tad crumbly in places. A bit of them, the leather is flaked off, which fortunately you can't see because the bandoliers cover up both of the straps coming down, and then the tripod completely covers the back strip. But I still will want to get replacement ones because even the littlest of things out of place bother me. But yeah, so there he is. There's Lukas Koch. Right, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.